Good evening. Um, it's the evening of the 23rd of February 2026, and the time is 6:22. And according to the calendar on my website, www.dynamicstillnesses.com, on the page named Dailies, and according to the calendar on that page, for this date is mentioned sacrum, glutes. Okay. And this is the evening time when the physiology as appreciable by a person would be different as may be appreciable in the morning. When the sun is just rising and people are just beginning to get to work or get their day beginning. So the brain waves, body waves, all different. So how their movements affect earth, water, fire, air, spirit, space. And consequently, your physiology would be different from how their movements in the evening time when the sun is just setting, they are just returning back from work, just beginning to settle for the night. Birds also tend to sleep. Plants go to sleep. So the movements, the biodynamic movement, the dynamics of movements, the evening time versus the morning is different. And consequently, your physiology will be experiencing health differently. And your glutes maintain your center of gravity while your heart is managing the show and your muscles are tensing, not tensing, your joints are in different stages of I'm tired, I'd like to sleep, or in different stages of I'm going to have a party. Yeah. So according to what have you been doing in taking care of your health, morning versus evening, through the day, and now your glutes are managing the show. Also your heart and your brain and different tissues who may be like, depending on how much of work you've done, maybe ready for, I'm ready to sleep. And then you're like, we still have a few more hours to go. We just sit there. We're just going to do some more work. So all your different tissues are in different physiological states than in the morning after a good night's rest, if you've had a good night's rest. Yeah. Now, when people come for on-table therapy work with me, yeah, um, clinical work, yeah, what comes to my attention is some people have just not had enough rest, and the tissues may be so tired, yeah, that sometimes for a few sessions, yeah, all they're doing is they come and they sleep, yeah. And I'm on facilitating health through medicine, biodynamic medicine intelligence method, and their health is improving, different layers, yeah. But that different tissues haven't had rest in so long. Sometimes you think, have they slept? Yeah. And then after a few sessions, then they start showing up in different physiological wellness. Yeah. So if you feel tired, you should consider having a session with me. Yeah. At least rest is a benefit you would get. Yeah. And anything else over and above that are over and above that. Okay. Um, the amount of rest that our different tissues haven't gotten would would is probably indicated by the annual celebration in India that's called Shivaratri. Yeah. When Shishti optimization or other creativity gets more optimized, that happens. So, um, and I'm talking about Nirbeeja Yoga, which is kind of like the Brahma Muhurta, the Shivaratri, and Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, all of them. And then you have Hanuman Chalisa. And so all of these different nice things. Um, Also, Mahamrityunjaya Mantram. Yeah. So all of them kind of playing all at once. Okay, so I've been saying it's like martial arts. It's like a healthier metabolism, the healthier natural breathing. I'm saying um, Tattva Shuddhi. Yeah, now I'm saying Mahashivratri. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's just okay, Mahashivratri, Brahma Muhurta, and Vishnu Sahasranam. So it's just a single multifaceted practice that moves through stages of development, during which a person moves through that moves to stages of advance. A single multifaceted practice that moves through stages of advancement, during which a person moves to stages of development. It's also called mythology. Yeah, you move through stages of development, like a seed moves through different stages and becoming a tree. Yeah, um, and uh, um, and continues to have its girth widen. And then, if you're going to limit your idea only to a tree, then your idea goes as far as the tree goes. But if you're going to consider evolution over time to a human, then you can think in terms of mythology, because there's a Dashavatara and Dashami and 14 Brahmas, and so many things are. And then there is Yuga Chakra. So after Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, again Satya Yuga. So cyclical processes. So we got infinite possibilities. Yeah, 0 to 9 and again 10, and then 10 to 19 and again 20. We got infinite possibilities. So, lots of benefits in being human. Now, Nirbeeja Yoga about the glutes. The glutes maintaining your balance from the behind. So, this is a time where we're going to have a little bit retrospective reflection about the bum. Yeah. Now, the glutes have a certain weight. Yeah, I'm getting more comfortable speaking the uncomfortable things. So I get comfortable speaking the uncomfortable things. And then we can listen to things we haven't heard before, because a lot of people are not talking about this. And consequently, we continue to have healthier sperm and ovum concerns, birth rate issues, aging population, population below replacement in some places, and those kinds of concerns. So I've got to speak what hasn't been heard before. So I'm getting comfortable speaking, but maybe a little uncomfortable. Yeah. So I'm saying bum and chaddi, underwear. Yeah, we're talking about pelvis. We also happen to be talking about the sacral region that also has the glutes as one of the four parts that I have divided a human body, categorized a human body. 41 parts, 40 of them have four parts, and one part, which is a tail, is a category in and of itself. There is no other differentiation there. Yeah. Now, about the sacrum and of the glutes area, I invite you to bring your attention to the weight of your glutes, or the weight experienced by your glutes. Let's just put it more simply. Just notice the weight of your glutes while you're sitting or standing or lying down or whichever posture you're in. Your glutes have a weight. You can feel the weight of the muscles of your arms, fingers, your head. You can feel the weight of the different parts of your body. Just okay. Try and bring your attention to your head and notice if you can feel the weight of your head without even having to move your head. Head weight, the weight of your head. Similarly, try and pay attention to the weight of your feet, one or the other foot. The muscles, the bones, they have a weight of them of their own, which is different from that of your abdomen or your arms. Feet weight would be lighter, lesser, lean mass, let's just say, yeah, um, versus your head weight, because the amount of tissue would be different. Now, similarly, bring your attention to your glutes and notice the weight of your glutes. You're likely to feel tension or stress or just the weight of if you're sitting, I recommend you sit so that we have a common experience from where we can then talk. Otherwise, I'm going to have to give the entire range. If you're sitting, if you're sleeping, if you're, yeah. So I recommend you sit and try and bring attention to the weight of your body on your glutes. Okay? Now, your glutes themselves have a weight, and then the weight of your upper part of your body bears down on your glutes. So, over and above the weight of your glutes is the weight of your upper part of your body while you're sitting. If you're walking, the weight is then distributed between your legs and your hip while you're moving, for example. So, this would help you pay attention to the weight of your glutes alone, with or without additional weight on them, depending on your posture. Now, it may seem like I'm repeating myself, but the benefit from being aware of your glutes with the weight of your body on your glutes while sitting versus when you're just standing and the weight of your glutes versus the weight of your glutes while you're moving, with the weight evenly distributing, periodically distributing between left and right legs and your pelvis, would bring certain benefits in awareness or benefits of awareness for your glutes, which are the set of muscles that have been doing the heavy duty work of maintaining the center of gravity about your body, that allows you to bend and open up like a book. Like if you open a book at its, you just take a book and then open its pages so the leaves are opening up. Your body can bend like when you squat and when you straighten up, like a book. Yeah, like if you're going to completely fold and touch the ground, then that's like a folded book. Versus when you just unfold or unfurl and then stand upright, that's like an open book. That's possible because your glutes are doing some work, which then maintains your posture for you to be a folded book versus open book. The amount of work that the glutes have to do and the engineering, yeah, to make that happen. How many coordinated paths to have you be able to do that is a marvel in and of itself. Those glutes must be revered. Yeah. The amount of work, what all postures we move. Yeah. So, a part of the body that does a lot of work also requires regular care. We may not be paying as much attention to our glutes, except maybe in sexual terms. And if a part of your body or a person, let's just say a person, gets offended or insulted by always sexualizing, if a person feels offended by always being regarded as a sexual object, imagine what your glutes must be going through. Okay, this may seem odd as an example. I regard every part of my body to be like people. The Upanishads have reference to the Upanishads by Ms. Valerie Roebuck. Yeah. So my thoughts also come from having read that after some time. Yeah. Over time, I happen to be thinking along, what's the book talking about? It's so much more nicer when you regard your body parts as people, like a country has many people, states. Yeah. So your heart is in a different state, maybe in an emotional state, versus your glutes in a different state of well-being. Yeah. Or cannot cry because of not paid attention to. Like if you have a family of children and some are paid attention to, the others are not, there would be difference in expression. Some express, some even when you pay attention to, they don't know how to cry because they are just not used to being paid attention to. And so they don't know what it is to express even tears. Yeah. So, okay. Glutes are one of those children, so to speak. Yeah, who does some heavy duty work. Now, If possible, I recommend sleeping a while on your tummy, like baby's tummy time. I recommend sleeping on your tummy for a while. Place a pillow under your chin so that you can breathe and the pillow is not going to smother you. So place a pillow under your chin and let your glutes rest. Like try and release any tension from your glutes. And that would require you paying attention to your glutes alone. Yeah. Like it's a part of your body to be revered and needs to rest. When I started doing this work, when I started paying attention to different parts of my body, I cannot begin to tell you how long it took for me to just relax my glutes. Yeah. Because the entire muscle relationship between your glutes, your pelvis, your hip, your abdomen, okay, several relationships, relationship with your spine muscles, thereabouts, lower back pain, tension. Some of your tension in your lower back is also coming from the tension in your glutes. Just relaxing. Did people talk about the psoas muscle? Maybe this should be the next psoas muscle kind. Just relaxing your glutes. Ooh. Inguinal canal tensions. You'll say the inguinal canal is in the front. Yeah, about the region of your pelvic girdle, pelvic crease. But when your glutes are tense and you also sometimes have saddle anesthesia where you can't even feel your butt because the nerves are not have been so tensed, they are so jammed, always sitting that you can't feel your sitting muscles. And when you have your tummy time, yeah, and you're paying attention to your glutes, you would need to particularly pay attention to the lower part of your glutes where the back of your thighs meet the lower part of your glutes because that's where you sit. Yeah, your sitting experience is because of those muscles and the tension. Relaxing those muscles is some work. Oh, right. If people are considering in terms of trauma care, no, I mean people who go for massage therapies, yeah, or massage experiences. I don't know if they ever discuss about or describe, I don't know, amongst them they may be, but it's your own experience of it. If you've never gone for a massage, sometimes you don't. Yeah, but then you're not being aware of it gives you griefs. Some of your griefs may be from the amount of tiredness your glutes may be experiencing. Now, having said so much about the glutes, I invite you to bring your attention. You might be going through some amount of pain from just being aware of your glutes as I spoke about them. Because you may never have paid attention to your glutes, and so the muscles may never have had their limelight or spotlight. And so you may, spotlight of your own attention. And so they may never have had the opportunity to let you know that there is tension in them and how much of tension that you might be feeling pain in how the muscles tense. It's like a wall that has been tight, kind of, or so tense from what you've been keeping on it. Okay. Or things have been jammed against it. You don't know they are so delicate. Okay. Uh, and so they are straining. Now, similarly is your glute muscles. Before they go through a strain, but they may be so habitually used to maintaining strain and balance that you don't know how much percentage of your body's tiredness is from your glutes being tired. Like they say, body is made up of about 60 to 70, 75, yeah, percentage of water. If you're going to measure it in percentage of how much you're tired by just your glutes being tired, like working all the time, and they're working so much so that they don't even feel tired. Apparently, they're not tired until you actually pay attention to the tension in your glute muscles. From the point of insertion to origin to insertion, the amount of work they do, how much of sitting you do, what all kinds of activities you do around the region of the glutes, holding up your life, that's no small thing. For how so many years you may have been walking around with those set of muscles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're just talking about one part of the body. We have lots of other parts of the body. Yeah. So this is more like a body saga. Oh my goodness, dukkha. But not being aware is what may be maintaining the tension in your life. And aging, okay, lots of unknown concerns, maybe from that part of your body where you can't even see. Yeah. Like what you don't know rules your life. So this part you can't see, but what you can't see is ruling your life. Yeah, your ability to sit, your ability to do, your choices, how your brain gets affected by how your glutes are tensed and consequently having an effect on your pelvis, on your spine, on your ability to walk. Your thighs may be tense from how is the tension in your glutes. And when you're talking about thighs, you're talking about fight, flight, fight, flight, freeze, dissociation responses. Okay. If I have managed to bring your attention to your glutes and you are paying a little more attention to how your glutes move as you're walking, that's like a baby discovering one, they have two stubs called hands. They learn they are called hands over time. But on those stubs are also other stubs, which they call fingers. So you may be aware of a part of your body, another part of your body that you would do well when you're aware of it. And it is also information technology. Yeah. So you got lots of body parts and their own information technology in the experience of life you have. And when you take care of this part of your body, the amount of wellness you could possibly have cannot be described because it will go into volumes. Right. And I'm a little more dramatic in the evening when people are less kind of tired and then braving it up. Yeah. And then braving it until they go to sleep, because animals, plants, they all go to sleep. Humans would be not sleeping. We are not tired. Yeah. And so I'm having a dramatic sound to my voice because of the number of people braving it around. And they are not tired, or they can't be tired. They can't admit that they are tired, because if they admit it, then they'll have to do things consistent with being tired. And they may not have the time to rest and relax or relieve that tiredness, because there may be nobody else doing the work that they need to do. So squaring it, fairing it. Okay, so the condition of being human, and what's the job you do. So you could be a mother, you could be children. Young mommies won't let us sleep until we finish our homework. Yeah. And fathers, and yeah, people don't sleep at 6 o'clock. Yeah. People sleep at maybe 10 or something. Some people not even after 11:30. So, however you're placed in your scheme of things, I mean, the scheme of things, you have your glutes and other parts of your body. But being aware of one part of your body like this, if you're going to join me per day, we will cover one part of your body in the morning and evening. Yeah. So that's like a few minutes of reverence for one part of your body, which would be better managed or at least paid a little more attention to. And just being aware itself begins to start improving the wellness of that part of your body because you would tend to be a little more aware of it. And then you're more likely to notice if there's pain or discomfort or just lack of ease. And then over time, they tend to compound in how you take care of it. And slowly you just get better, iterative improvement of attention and then um, taking service. Yeah, you pay more attention to it, take care of it a little more. Okay, you tend to care a little more. A little care goes a long way in making the world a better place to live in because your body is, well, the world. You're Miss World, Mr. World, what are you? Yeah? So when your world and different parts of your body is well taken care of, the world that your body is the topology of, yeah, the shape of your life will keep getting better because the shape of your body or the experience of your body in different layers of tissues. And Ayurveda talks about 7 layers, 7 dhatus. The fabric, the substance of your make gets better. And that's also well contributing to healthiest common ovum, let's just say somatic experience, the lunatic experience. There's also the sun and moon. So we talk in terms of the hot, warm, but we don't talk in terms of the cool because you could get really hot summertime. But what then maintains the cool is also there is this warm and cool aspects. They call it the Ida and Pingala. So there is a certain temperature regulation within us. So the somatic and lunatic experiences. There comes a little balance. So awareness is key in how long your body goes without going through a fuse, yeah, or a breakdown or any of that stuff when you most need support. And yeah, so a little care goes a long way in how long a fuse you have or how much of tolerance you have, while others may be pulling at your nerves. Yeah. Maybe mothers around here. Okay. So on that note, I will pause and I will leave you to enjoy your um, time with your glutes. Yeah. Do have your tummy time. Every night you sleep, have some tummy time because the muscles in the front and muscles in the back both need relaxation and muscles in the side, left and right. Try sleeping on your left and relax the other side. Try sleeping on the right side and relax your left side. Try sleeping on your left side and relax your right side. Yeah, otherwise you would need a squeeze machine to experience a squeeze from those muscles compressing against the bed. So little by little, you can squeeze the different parts of your body by lying down on those parts. And then there will be this compression and relaxation. It's a different kind of neurotypical and neurodivergent. You would have the best of both worlds. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this has been of value to you. Good day.